Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Revv Evolution. And today we're bringing a brand that really needs no introduction. It's a Mini. Right folks, before we check out the exterior of the all-new Mini, let's talk about how many variants this car is available in. Well, we have the base model, which I'm driving, which is the Mini 1 5-door. There's also the Cooper and Cooper S. And in terms of colors, we have the British Racing Green, Chili Red, and Midnight Black. Typical Mini proportions and short overhangs continue to define the side view. And the new contours of the wheel arc surrounds are striking. In addition, the side indicators integrated into the redesigned side scuttles now feature LED technology. Right folks, with the all-new Mini, some of the really obvious differences between this and its earlier variants is the fact that it comes with a whole new redesigned front grille. No more slats running across, making this look more sportier and aerodynamic. And with the headlights, we have LED technology with a black inner housing, making it look more expressive. Right folks, now time to find out more about the interior of the all-new Mini 1 5-door. One thing that Mini never disappoints is the fact that it always gives you a very well-made interior. And when I say well-made interior, we're talking about the soft touch materials, the nice piano black interior, and of course for the driver and passenger, we have some really nice, comfortable leather seats. But one thing that I'm kind of disappointed is the fact that it's not electric, which means you gotta do that whole manual pumping with your hand, whether it's to move it up or down. Alright, in terms of space itself, well, there's cup holders where you can put your cups of coffee. It will not unfortunately fit a water bottle like mine, and there's other storage spaces as well. Something under your handrest which you can probably fit your handphones here as well, and a glove compartment for your other knickknacks. And in terms of technology that is in the car itself, we have a 8.8-inch Mini navigation system with touchscreen. Okay, so what you can do is actually scan through all your different car management options, okay, in terms of your ambient lighting and other settings that you want to adjust on the car. And for the driver, we have this 5-inch instrument cluster, and I really love this one. It really stands out from the earlier version of the Mini. All right, and of course a multifunctional steering control as well for your cruise control and also to adjust your music settings. And with the Mini, of course, one thing that you really cannot expect is a lot of boot space, but I'm pretty impressed with the amount of space it actually gives you. 278 liters, which means I can actually fit my backpack and maybe a bit more camera equipment. Right folks, it's me, Renee, and now I'm behind the wheel of the all-new Mini 1 5-door, okay? And what I'm going to do is just can I give a bit more information about things that we've not covered in terms of how the car handles, consumption numbers, and stuff like that. A little bit of technical aspects. Alright, and with the Mini, since it was introduced way back in the day, alright, it has not only grown in terms of branding, but also in the size as well. Okay, remember when the first Mini was really small, you only had probably like 3 people to sit in the car, but now you've got the Countryman, you've got the size of the car itself, the Clubman, and everything has increased exponentially in terms of comfort, and not only comfort, but in technology as well. So Mini as a brand has grown leaps and bounds, and for those of you, and I guess with the numbers that Mini has been showing in terms of the fan base, that speaks volumes for itself. Alright, for the Mini 1 itself, the one that we're driving basically, it comes in 3 variants. The base model, which is the one that we have, and there's also the Cooper and the Cooper S. So the main differences basically we're talking about in terms of pricing. Lots of other features that you probably won't get in this car are things that I miss, honestly. Things like paddle shifters. I've always loved paddle shifters, but unfortunately that's not in the base version. Okay, if you're looking and things like heads-up display and other technology stuff that you'll not get it in the base model. But one thing that Mini has always promised, whether it's in the base model or anything else, is the fact that you get the go-kart feeling. And honestly folks, I just simply love driving Minis because for the fact that it's got a lower center of gravity, and you get some really I just love the whole driving experience. Really nimble behind the steering wheel, nice and light. Definitely will love this car. Okay, and but one thing I guess you have to get used to is the fact that this has a bit of a clunky steering wheel. Okay, I've got quite big hands, so I'm quite happy with the way this car, how to hold the steering wheel. But if you have smaller hands, I think that you'd probably be one of your grabs a bit. Hey, this steering wheel is a bit too big. Okay, the other thing that you might take notice of is the fact that there's a bit of a road noise. Okay, let me just keep quiet for 2 seconds. Can you You hear that? Yeah, that's basically noise coming from the tires, alright? This is the Mini one, the base model I'm driving, runs on 16-inch rims with 205 tires, alright? So if you're thinking about, hey, maybe I should get bigger tires, alright? If you're running on 18-inch rims, well, get ready to be blasted with more noise, okay? Just give a little warning. Okay, but in terms of how the car handles, folks, well, I'm glad to say I love the consumption numbers. On paper, Mini states it does about 18.8 kilometers per litre, and to be honest, I've had people sit in the car, I've loaded the car in, I've gone through the different modes of the car itself, and yes, the modes. There are different modes from the greens to mid, and also the sports. You get all that power band at different levels, and of course, economy as well. Okay, if you think that you want to save more fuel, well, drop it down to comfort, and you know the car will actually manage by itself, and you'll actually save more fuel. So I'm glad to see that. I know I've had fun driving this car. It may only have 109 horses with 119 newton meters of torque, but to me, driving a Mini is not about speeding and speeding down the highway. It's all about having that fun drive. So I'm personally happy with the numbers that this car's actually putting out. If you want more power, well, buy the Cooper S. Okay, it's got better numbers, and of course, as I said before, more technology and more a lot of other features. But for me, I think I'm just pretty happy with the fact that the base model gives me everything which I want, which is once again the go-kart feeling, really comfortable seats. But I can't say much about the guy sitting in the rear. I pushed my seats. I'm trying to make myself as comfortable as possible. When I sat behind, I didn't really have much space. So 2 people sitting in the back, as much as you can get. But really, really comfortable seats. All right. So, to be honest, there's really nothing much for me to actually talk about for Mini. Okay, for the Mini itself, I think I've covered everything else from how the car feels on the inside, technology, boot features, and so on in the earlier part of the video. If you didn't see that, well, can I rewind to see more on Mini? Well, that enough said. Time for the summary. Right, folks, now time to wrap up our drive experience with the all-new Mini One 5-door. End of the day, I think the Mini is built for its enthusiasts, okay, for the fact that it's more of a lifestyle car than anything else because of the space that it gives you. But in terms of pricing for this Mini One that you're paying in Singapore, I think it really makes it more affordable and gives it a bigger outreach for a lot of people who really want to drive the Mini. We want to say a big Revv Evolution thank you to our friends over at Mini Singapore for allowing us to have the Mini One for our presentation. To find out more about Revv Evolution, whether it's about our cars, our technology, food, and our lifestyle, do remember to check out our link right over there. Till we catch you again, this is Renee, signing off.